Much has been made of the Eagles' defense surrendering 40 points to the Cowboys on Christmas Eve. There's been a lot of shots fired at Jonathan Gannon, a lot of shots fired at Josiah Scott and different players, and some of it's deserved. I thought overall, schematically, the Eagles' defense, the calls were fine. The execution was just flawed. This is a defense that has communicated, has executed at a high level all season, and in big spots that just didn't happen on Christmas Eve. Let's go look at a couple of plays. The first one comes on the Cowboys' second drive. Remember, the first drive was the pick six. This is a key third down. The Cowboys are in a condensed set. See, there's not much space here. You're condensing everything in, and that makes it a great opportunity to bring pressure from your nickel because you can disguise it pre-snap. And so the Eagles are going to do that. Avonte Maddox is going to come on the blitz, and he's going to get Dak Prescott in his arms. He's not going to be able to bring him down. That's obviously problem one. Problem two is that we're going to run a mesh concept here, and Kazir White is going to bail off the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be nowhere near the man that he's responsible for. And so let's watch right here, Maddox. Now, first of all, before Maddox even gets there, this starts to go wrong. And so White is going to bail off, and he's responsible for the first person of this bunch that breaks in. It's going to be this receiver right here. He's coming in. So we can watch. We know Maddox misses the tackle, but watch his slowness to react here. He's already beat, but then he hesitates, and it's almost like he thinks he's going to keep running to the top of the screen here. And he leaves his guy wide open. Just bad job by Maddox getting Dak to the ground. Horrific job by Kazir White in coverage. Now let's go look at another one. This is going to be cover 9 match, which is basically cover 3 match. The only difference is that you're rotating your deep safety from the strength instead of to the strength. So if this was truly cover 3 match, this would be your middle safety, and he would be coming down. So a little bit of schematic things there, but cover 9 match. And so what that means is Darius Slay is responsible for the number 1 receiver if he goes vertical. And so he's going to run like an out-breaking route. It qualifies as vertical. Darius Slay is now matched in man coverage. Same thing over here. This is going to be man coverage. This is going to be your middle of field safety. And so one of these defenders is your seam flat. It's probably the nickel corner, Josiah Scott. It might not be. It could be the linebacker with the nickel going down. I don't know for sure who's responsible here, but they're responsible if number 2 goes vertically. Now, what's going to happen here is that we're going to get this out route. We're going to get a corner route, but it sort of bends in, and then it breaks out over the top, and then we're going to get a curl. And so these two guys cross each other. And so I don't know if it's a miscommunication about who is the seam flat, or if it's a miscommunication about who number 2 is that goes vertical. But number 2 goes vertical right here, and one of these two guys is responsible for carrying that vertically, and he doesn't, and it's going to be this corner route, and it's going to be wide open for a touchdown. So easy throw, busted coverage there, poor job by the safety to go make the tackle, but just a miscommunication, and those have been rare from the Eagles secondary so far this year. Now let's look at this one. Everybody says, well, just play man, right? Play man coverage. Well, the Eagles are in man coverage here. This is going to be a 3-over-2. And so we've got safety help, we've got a man here, and we've got a man right here. We're manned up right here, right? So where is your help? Your help is to the inside. So James Bradbury is playing with outside leverage on CeeDee Lamb. You want to force him to the inside, funnel him to your help, and yet if you watch, what does he do? Where is he now? He's allowed himself to get moved to the inside. He now is playing inside leverage with inside help. This is a huge no-no. This is going to be a simple little out-breaking route, and it's a wide open touchdown. Easy throw for Dak Prescott. And so just play man coverage. That's man coverage. James Bradbury not able to stick with Lamb. Horrible technique on that play. This next one, it's 4th and 8. This is 4th and 8. And Darius Slay down here at the bottom of the screen, he's going to play outside leverage, just like we just talked about. This is textbook outside leverage with inside help. And yet on this outbreaking route, he's going to grab him. He's going to grab Hilton right here. Boom. He runs into him. He grabs him and wraps around. That's an easy flag for the official. Moves the sticks instead of getting off the field. Uncharacteristic penalty there by Slay, but it costs you in a big way. Now let's take a look at this one. This is cover 8. which is quarter, quarter, half. You might have heard it called cover 6, except it's flipped. So now the half is on the strength of the formation. So this is a half field safety right here. This is a quarter defender, and this is a quarter defender. And so in this situation, this is a Meg coverage technique. Man everywhere he goes. This is going to play a straight man coverage. Because this is trips, your quarters rules dictate that this guy is responsible for the number 3 receiver if he goes vertical. So if this guy goes vertical, it's your job as this quarters defender to get over there and key that. And so what we're going to see happen is he goes vertical. We don't get this cross here. See how late he is to come across? He already has to be coming across. He went vertical. This is 22. This is Marcus Epps' responsibility to get over here. He is responsible to carry him up the middle of the field because he's the number 3 receiver and he went vertical. He doesn't get there, and Dak makes the throw. Now, Dak is emboldened to make a throw he might not have otherwise made because Josh Sweat jumps off sides. It's a free play, so you're going to grip this. You're going to let it rip, but it's a late rotation. It's a late recognition by Marcus Epps that is his responsibility. The Eagles have been great in these coverage rules all year. It all fell apart in this game. And now you look at this, the last one, the ultimate screw up. This is 3rd and 30 in the 4th quarter. Everybody knows this play. Everybody's seen it diagrammed by now. But the Eagles are in cover 2, and they're going to change the coverage look post-snap, though. So we've got bailing out to a half here. Josiah Scott is responsible for bailing to this half, and some people argued it's cover 3. It's not, but it looks a lot like it because you're going to play a deep hole defender here because it is 3rd and 30. So it's technically cover 2. It looks a lot like cover 3. You could fault the play call here. Do you want to have your backup nickel corner bailing into a deep half zone? Maybe you don't, but this is a play that could be made. A lot of people said this is on Darius Slay. It is not. Darius Slay is responsible for anything underneath. He's not responsible for carrying this flat, and so he does a good job here. He's got his eyes in the backfield, but it all goes wrong here. There's no reason. Josiah Scott opens up this way. His responsibility is over here. No reason that he should be opening that way, but he opens the wrong way. Now he has to spin around. He's got to locate the ball, and even with all that, he still manages to get here. And he just makes a terrible play on the ball. Bad angle, and T.Y. Hilton brings in a 52-yard reception on 3rd and 30. I thought the defense just miscommunicated a lot of times in high leverage situations in uncharacteristic ways. It's not something that we've seen them do often this year, but it's something that they have to get right heading into the playoffs.